Hi, I'm the Gadget Guru, Andy Parr, and you're watching iRide.net. Standing here right next to me is Matt and Stefan of BRP. They're here for the Can-Am demos of the brand new RT series. Now let's start with you, Stefan. Why don't you tell me the differences, or the base differences, because I can tell there's quite a bit, between the RT line and the current RS lineup.
Well, truly now, compared to the RS, which stands for Roadster Sport, we now introduced a traditional fully touring model that now with the different seating position on the unit, with obviously a lot more storage that you will find there. So this unit here is really made for long distance travel, a lot of comfort. There's a lot of elements that we brought into the bike, which is different to the RS, which will bring a lot of different opportunities to the rider. Obviously, one of them being the seating position. Seating position is totally different now from the sport model. You're not as leaned in forward. Your knees are not as bent backwards as we have on the RS. Here you have more of a traditional seating position. Your knees are just more forward. The handlebars are raised. So you're a lot more comfort that's brought into a long distance riding with the seating position alone, which is a huge difference compared to the RS. You'll also notice a lot more storage into the unit that's been introduced from the front and the back. The unit has been extended 3 inches wider in the front, which obviously allows it to have more storage in the front. And we've also added the rear cargo compartments on the sides and in the rear. So it gives the rider a lot of opportunities for long distance riding, a lot of comfort for the passenger with the elevated seats or seat. More comfort with the backrest compared to the sport model. So there's a lot of benefits with the RT, which we didn't have in the RS. And the nice thing is that either the RT or the RS, you'll also find all the safety benefits that you have that we initially introduced a couple of years ago.
Who is the target market on the RT series versus the RS?
I think the target market's going to be for a little bit of an older rider, somebody that wants to get in the motorcycle industry and always had the fear of the two-wheel riding, the weight of the bike when you're stopping, putting your foot on the ground. As you get a little bit older, I believe that these are things that are somewhat concerning to you. What's nice about the Spyder is that it brings you that stability, that peace of mind when you ride. So when you stop at a red light, you don't have to put your foot down. You don't have to worry about the leaning of the bike. So that's a huge advantage with the Spyder. And a lot of people from outside the industry are now coming back in because we have the opportunity of introducing a unit that fits their needs.
How would you compare the difference of handling a Y-Factor Spyder with the two wheels up front versus what people have gotten to know as the traditional trike with the two wheels in the rear?
Well, one of the things that having the two wheels in the front does is when you're riding and you need to brake pretty hard, the weight on having the wheel in the front is all distributed on the side of the bike, which having only the one wheel in the front gives you more of a unstable position when you're riding. Having the two wheels in the front at that point, depending on which side when you're braking, the weight is all distributed on either wheels. So it brings you a lot more safer ride when you're riding. And also with the ABS, the traction control, the stability control factors in there, that it's a huge benefit to the rider and huge safety. It truly gives you a peace of mind ride.
Okay, now you mentioned ABS. The braking on this is link braking, correct?
Right.
Okay, so when you press the brake pedal on this, is there a ratio that it gives to the braking to the rear, to the front? Or I guess we'll go to you on that one, Matt.
It's electronically proportioned. There is a computer that can, part of the vehicle stability system, it monitors all three wheels over 25 times a second and can independently brake any one of the three wheels at any time. It also takes care of, depending on the road conditions, it will proportion the brakes depending on what the conditions are. So it's not like where we say a motorcycle has a certain percent on the front, a certain percent on the rear. This takes care of that. All you have to worry about is stepping on the pedal.
I tell you, why don't we do this? Because I know that, as the people gather here, you're going to be going through to give kind of a basic walkthrough. You want to take a minute and do that for the folks at iRide?
Sure, we can do that. One of the first things I'll show you, Stefan had talked about the storage. That's one of the big differences from the RS to the RT. The RT now has 155 liters of cargo space, We've got an electronic release here. If the engine's running and you don't want to turn the key off, we can just push the release to storage here. We can still do it the traditional way, like on the RS, push the key in and turn it. Okay, I'm going to open up the front here. We've got storage in the front. All right.
Here, let me just stand back. Just so you can see, this is deep. I guess that's all.
Can fit. I know in the past we had a lot of people wanted to fit 2 full-face helmets in the storage area. It could be done, but not very easily with the RS. With the RT, no problem. Stack 2 full-face helmets in there. All right. Also going back here, we've got storage just behind the handlebars. Can fit a few small personal items in there within easy reach.
Does this compartment, does this lock when you walk away and lock the Spyder?
This compartment, no. This one's always open.
Okay, that's always open, so don't keep anything valuable in
the
here.
other storage, the storage in the front and in the rear is lockable. The storage in the front, with the engine off, you'll need the key to open it. With the engine running, you can open it with that button I showed you there. Storage right here in the rear and on both sides. 3 levers, center, left, and right. All of these will open the storage, either the left, right, or the center, respectively. And we've got a key right here, so you can lock all of these.
And everything is keyed. One key for everything.
Everything is keyed alike, and we also have even every Spyder RT comes with a lock cylinder. If you decide to purchase the matching trailer, you can take that lock cylinder, insert it into your trailer, and you'll have 777 liters of cargo space with the RT and the trailer all keyed alike.
Now, one thing I found interesting, this little lip right here, this is not only for the design, but this is where the XM antenna, if you opt to get that mounts inside of here.
Actually, this one has XM. Funny that you say that. Right here, underneath there. So the XM actually goes underneath there, so it's not taking away from the aesthetics there. This is the RTS. This is the highest trim level that you can get. There is one above that, the Premier Edition, which will have the individually numbered seat. It'll also come with your iPod and things like that.
The one thing that was confusing, that on the RTS from the Can-Am website, it stated that the iPod cable comes with the audio inconvenience. When you step up to the S, it also adds a 3.5 millimeter jack. Where does that go?
This is the same plug. We have 2 different wires. You would choose the iPod connection or the standard 3.5 millimeter stereo connection. Both of those will plug into this jack.
So when you get the RTS, you will get both an iPod connector and a 3.5 millimeter connector, so then that way you can choose whether or not you want to use a standard MP3 player or...
We've got the iPod integration, which is obviously preferred. You can control everything right from the REC, the Roadster Electronic Command Center up there on the handlebars. If you use the 3.5 millimeter jack, you'll be able to play anything with that is...
But not control it.
You won't be able to control it from the handlebars. You'll be able to put it in here, push play, and enjoy your music through all 4 speakers, just like you would with the iPod. The iPod gives you the ability to control it.
So you can still control the volume, but not the tracks, playlist, etc.
Volume control, yes.
Hey, I want to thank both you guys, Matt and Stefan, for helping out in this. Hey, in a few minutes, I'm going to be taking my first ride. I'm really looking forward to it. For iRide.net, I'm the Gadget Guru, Andy Parr, and I'll see you on the road and online.